Album Review, the podcast where four totally unqualified guys review a different album every week in the hope of broadening our knowledge of music. However, we are easily swayed off topic and have no real idea what we are talking about. Today's album, Shawn Mendes, Wonder.
I think... Okay.
I wonder what you think about this album. There we go. Did it.
I liked what you did.
Thank you.
I liked what you did there.
Thank you.
What do you think?
I know.
You know?
See, it's not about thinking anymore. I know. No, I think that we forgot about how just okay all the other albums we've reviewed as of late really were. Okay?
Right.
And that's coming from me, who rated them all okay.
What, you're not on about Shawn Mendes, you're on about just the albums that we've done.
Yeah, I mean, other than Pierce the Veil,
like, they've all just been...
prior to that, you've given less than sevens.
Exactly, right? And
yeah.
Yeah, but because fuck, what am I trying to? I've written it down. I'm looking at it in front of me, but it doesn't make sense because all of it's good, but nothing's great. I'm assuming I'm talking about the album now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna go from the top. Just write it out.
You got this.
I think. Will.
Hello.
I think that we forget how just okay all the other albums we've reviewed as of late really were.
Wait, what's that? Wait, what's happening?
What the fuck? Why do people keep stopping?
I'm so confused.
Aidan's just said the same thing 3 times, but only the 3rd time is Joe confused by it.
I was like, what are we talking about?
Okay, I know, it's okay.
Because then Aidan went, I'm assuming we're talking about the album now, right? And I'm like, well, you're the one that's doing the review. Surely you should know.
I'll start again. I'll
for
start.
fuck's sake.
The album we forgot just okay other review of late really are.
That's much better, much more clear.
Still good, but yes, because great nothings.
Much understand.
It's so clear now.
It's like Yoda had an aneurysm.
It really is.
Sorry, right. Basically, all I'm saying is that everything's good on this album, but nothing's great. Alright? There are no real Mendes classics on this one. There's no iconic songs. The entire thing just feels really uninspired, which is a shame. And it also lacks contrast or great hooks. But even though I'm shitting on it, or it sounds like I am, I do think it's a good album.
I think that is literally the best summary of this album.
I'm about to give you a great analogy as well.
Oh, go on.
It's basically like a good kid being an asshole, Like, if an asshole kid is an asshole, you're just like, fucking classic asshole move. But if a good kid does it, you're like, fuck, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
like, you could have been so much more. And then you take them hunting, and they ask where to go, and you say in the direction of deer. And that's how you single-handedly ruin the trip to the deep.
Boy! Yeah.
My least favourite, Always Been You. That's right, we're just going straight into it. The stops in the chorus where he just says the words, it's always been you.
It's so dull, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it?
I love it so much.
Oh my god, I'm so happy about this, right?
Right. Why does Denver like this?
I need to talk about this.
But then
Denver watched the documentary like a week before it came out, and was like, "There's this one song, Will, that I think is going to be amazing. It's going to be so hype and everything." And it was show me it, and like, but there's just nothing.
It's literally, he's not even like singing, he's just saying the word, and then this like big trumpet thing comes in, and you're like,
I love it. It's so theatrical.
Theatrical, but then his voice is so dull to it.
Yeah, it's like it adds contrast within the song.
It doesn't. It makes you feel like really like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, whoa! Like it's like,
yeah, I love it.
Oh no, it's just.
I mean, that alone though is basically it's enough to make it my least favorite song.
Yeah,
like it grinds my gears so much, and I don't even care if it gets better later in the song. The damage has already been done, Shawn. My third favorite, 24 Hours. We go from utter hatred to super cute, wholesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very minimalist instrument-wise, which I feel like in direct contrast to the rest of the album, like it's because the rest of the album's kind of go off the deep end. It's off the rails in that sense. Like it's almost like Shawn sat down and listened to his album, and the producers were like, "This was great," and he was just like, "Not enough random instruments, like not enough just obscure bass lines and just like terrible drop things." But this is sort of like, it doesn't have any of that. It's super minimalist. Like it's nice. I like it.
Cute.
Yeah, it is cute. Definitely. You know, it's about
And I would argue.
No, shut up.
Okay.
My second favourite was "Teach Me How to Love." Yeah, that's right. Incredibly cringe. Like, but that, I mean, it doesn't mean it isn't like funky as hell. Like the beat and overall feel draw you in. It's just the lyrics that make you want to replace your ears with toasters. Like, holy shit.
It's funny. So far, like everything you're saying is completely flipped to what I would say.
What?
I'm glad Denver's review is last.
Sorry. I feel like I've sidetracked here, but in terms of song picks,
Right. Okay.
Right, I was going to say.
Because Aidan for me is like bang on. Like,
I mean, when am I
Mostly.
not? You know,
yeah,
when am I not?
you are bang on.
Everyone that watches album reviews relates to me.
More than anyone, I probably...
Because they're just like,
I would
this
agree.
guy is sad.
I'm sad. We relate.
Steve Jobs is dead.
So relatable.
I'm dead. It ain't no joke. Sorry.
You know what I was thinking when you told Joe to shut up? I mean, it'd be nearly impossible to do, but like if we did have a big following, it'd be interesting to get some minion to be like, just compile all the time. Aidan just says to Joe, shut up.
This is 3 reviews in a row now. He's just said, "Joe, stop."
I think it's about 51 reviews in a row that he's told you to shut up, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Joe. But when I'm on a roll, when I'm on the flow, you can't just
Anytime I'm like, "Oh, I've got something insightful to say,"
No, Joe.
Aidan's like, "No, Joe, go away." I'm like, you know, like that whack-a-mole thing. I'm like one of those moles that pops up and they just whacks me back down straight down.
It's like, I have it. No, okay.
Like, I'm here, guys.
Fuck's
God,
sake.
if whack-a-mole was with real moles, fuck me.
Times.
Joe is a bit of a mole.
Thanks.
A mole
Peter
rat.
I'm a
to be
mole
on
that
our
you
ass.
grow to love.
Love you, though.
Or a mole that you get laser removed.
You don't really want him there, but he's a character.
I'm just saying, do you reckon we could remove Joe with lasers?
Well, yeah.
Anything's possible.
Cue laser effects. Cue dying effects. Come on,
on.
Denver. Put it in.
And then have the September 11th fly across the screen
The second tower falling.
in the background.
Then the non-cap meme.
Flashbacks. Fucking the veterans down when 9/11 actually happened. The veterans must have been going fucking nuts. Oh no, it's happening again.
Oh my god.
They're back. Jesus. That's
No,
so
not enough
fucked
napalm.
up.
So
No. That's so fucked up.
Oh no.
It's happening again. Macy, get my gun. Just rides his wheelchair into the tower.
Oh no, we really fuck.
That's so. We cut it all.
Yeah,
cut it
sorry.
all.
you know me, Mason.
Mainly, that whole time I didn't know what you said, and everyone just started laughing, and I didn't really understand why.
That is just the pinnacle of you. Like, you do that so often.
I know, you just don't listen.
It's because your humour's just dad jokes, Denver. It's fine.
It is.
But everyone knows the best song on the album is still Wonder. Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a reason that singles are singles. That's what my mum told me anyway.
It's not my favourite.
And it's shut up. Shut your fucking whore mouth.
Nobody
Right.
cares.
Right, I think that it's still by far my favourite. And in my opinion, this is the song that shows the most progression while still sticking and maintaining to his core style.
Oh my god, so accurate. Aidan, I'm loving this today.
Yeah, I'm pretty big brain.
Suck his
Yeah.
fucking cock.
And that's pretty much the end of my review.
Damn. Short and
damn.
sweet.
See, now, I feel like this album was one of the biggest disappointments this year, to be honest.
God, that's a big... That's, you know...
Because, like, right, reason being, it's not the worst album ever, right? But I just expected so much more. And it
When did Last of Us 2 come out?
September. Oh,
Mate.
Oh,
God,
it
that's
was
so
still
long ago.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's
this
been
is
a few-
not the biggest
There's been a
disappointment.
lot of disappointments this year, obviously. But this is, I'm just saying this is one of them. I'm not saying it's the biggest.
You did just say
You
it was the
literally
biggest.
No, I said it's one of the biggest. I didn't say it's the biggest.
I'm pretty sure you said it's definitely... the biggest.
Denver, cut
Right,
back to that.
we'll see. We'll see.
Right, Denver, now cut back to it, but all in black and white.
It was
No,
June.
Namcat.
It was June. It came out in June.
Last of
But
Us.
it was still this year.
Yeah.
I think the biggest disappointment was I didn't get hit by a bus yet.
That was my biggest disappointment too.
Yeah, same.
It's
bro.
like you blew out the candles to make a wish, and then you turn around and I was still stood there. You were like, fuck.
Fucking hell.
Meteorite to hit Aidan, but without hitting me, please.
Meteorite crushes Earth, but not me. The genie's just stood there like, that's a pretty specific wish. Denver also puts his hand up and goes, and I want the grass to lick my feet as I walk past. And they're just like, what the fuck? And Denver's like, I want envelopes to moan when I lick them. Alright, you're not allowed free wishes anymore.
Oh, wait, that's his
See,
final wish out of three. He chooses envelopes to lick.
That's his final wish.
No. Final wishes. I wish for more genies.
Oh my god!
It's,
You can't
it breaks
wish
the
for more
loophole.
genies.
Dude, we were talking about this yesterday, Denver, weren't we? And how, like,
Yeah.
he's like, but you can't ask for more wishes. And it's just like, how would you get past that? I wish for no more genies. None. You all die.
He's like, but
Then it's the genie paradox of if no more genies,
Do you
Like,
still get
how-
your other two wishes?
yes.
Well, come on, guys, out with it.
Well, then
best
no.
things come in threes, guys.
Because he's dead.
He's not dead. They're just gone forever.
If you're wanting a genie,
Yeah.
and then you get rid of the genie,
Yeah.
the genie is the thing that grants the wishes. So you've
But
killed
they're
your
still
wishes.
obligated.
Yes, but
they are still
does-
contractually
They can't-
obligated
that's
to
like
give you 3 wishes.
that's like me owning a loan on my car, shooting me, and then poking my dead body and saying cough it up.
Well, they'll in a way they do because they'll just take the car back.
Either that or they'll just charge your family, Joe.
No, that's in life insurance.
I can't find the genie's family.
You get,
Mommy, who's this? I'm asking for envelopes to moan when I lick them. Give me my wish, you child.
It's like when the genie gives you 3 wishes, does the genie is the genie actually needed after that? You know, like, do you just possess 3 wishes?
Does the genie die?
Your final wish is you've got to let the genie free. That's the
Well,
Aladdin
then you only
way.
get 2. Then you only get 2 wishes.
Yeah, that's being
shit.
greedy. The best things come in threes, guys. Think about it.
this is where
What
you
do you
go.
mean, the third
Final.
Right, Three Musketeers,
Right.
Alvin and the Chipmunks,
And then 2.5 wishes because you don't even get the last
wait,
one.
threesomes.
Why is
one
that
more
the
thing.
best?
Wait.
something you've never had.
Will, Aidan, Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things go in 3s.
This goes in
What
threes.
if
Well-
your third and final wish of the genie was that all genies, whenever someone tries to make a wish from them from now, they have to kill themselves?
Oh my god. I wish anyone else that's ever had wishes to die.
It's like it's like the Mises thing from Rick and Morty.
yeah.
Because the way that it works is, genie wishes are more powerful than anything, aren't they? I remember back in Fairly Odd Parents, they had fairies that could also grant wishes. But they were never as... There were some things they couldn't do, like commit mass genocide. But
that
a
was in a
genie,
good
but
show.
they had an episode with a genie in it that could do that. And he could do anything.
It seems to be a thing, right? Because it's the same in The Witcher, but they have the djinns. But they're the things that... The wishes from a djinn are like the most powerful magic.
I love gin.
Could you... What? Would you be able to just ask for really mundane things, from a jinn or a genie? through John.
You can ask
Hey,
whatever you
John.
want, can't you? It's the whole point. It's like whatever you want.
I wish for all genies to now be called Schmeckles.
I wish I never have to go to sleep. That'd be a good one.
Oh, what?
Would you still feel the pain?
I love
like
sleep.
of tiredness.
What do you mean?
I don't really like sleep. I don't think
Also-
there's enough time in the day.
Also,
just like
aren't genies really tricksy? So if you asked for that, if you said, I wish to never have to sleep, he'd be like, done! And he'd click his fingers, you just die.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They'd always do that.
They're
You'd be
like
like,
tricksters.
you'd be like, oh, I want like a fucking pizza, a hot pizza, and they'd be like, done, and then they drop it into your hands and like, you didn't ask for a plate, and now your hands are scalded. And they're just like,
You idiot.
make my hands bare again. Done. You now have bare hands.
Yeah, to be fair, so if you have like no sleep, would you just die from exhaustion?
Yeah.
exactly.
Like 3 days in, you just die.
Because you can't sleep.
I think of all the outcomes now.
This is the longest tangent I think we've been on in a long time.
I
How the
love
fuck
it.
did we get on Genies
I
from
can't
Shawn Mendes?
remember.
Is it
because
we
we
were
just
wishing this
wander.
album was better?
I wish the Shawn Mendes album was better. Oh, God. Where was I? Should we carry on? What did I even say?
What's your second favourite?
Oh, nice
Bringing it
callback.
back again.
Back
It's in
on.
every album review now.
By the way, new merch. It's a Glock that just has the words, what's your second favourite on it?
Make
Get
3
your
wishes.
personalised Glock.
Maybe that'll be our thing. You know, like
Three wishes.
with the Yog Pod, they had that whole like, I am Dave! Yog not, and I have the balls was like their like call sign. Like if they met you in public,
Yeah.
maybe ours will just be like, get a Glock with code CT. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong thing. I'll cut that.
Are you alright, mate?
I meant to say, what's your second favourite? Like our fans will just come up to us and just ask what our second favourite
Or
is.
like the Triforce thing with the small dick.
Yeah.
No, they'll just go up to Joe and tell him to shut up, hopefully.
The thing is, I feel like, and this happens quite a lot, like when you've got like these famous groups of people and stuff, and one of them is the sort of pushed down, slightly abused one, as like a joke kind of thing. People often do go up to them in the streets and start like berating them,
Yeah.
and like
Because
they
of the
they
problem,
just say
isn't it?
like they're just like they're not comfortable with it.
No.
You know what I
It's
mean?
it's that whole thing of like where when you listen to someone loads, you feel like you're their friend, but they actually
Yeah.
don't know you at all.
Like, imagine like if we got like noticed one day, and like someone came up to us and just started going, "Shut the fuck up, Joe! You're playing this shit."
I'd be like, I guess we're fighting, boys. Everyone
That's
pull out
what
your Glocks.
That's when I know my life has been complete. When I see someone go up to Joe and tell him to shut up.
Just a complete stranger.
I would make me so happy. Oh
Mummy,
my God.
mummy, that's the man that should shut up.
Think about it though. If you buy a Glock from us, and every time you pull the trigger, you're granting someone a wish of death. You know, if you think
Even if they didn't want it.
Fucking hell.
Me walking into the orphanage, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Loads Glock. Who are you? I'm the Make-A-Wish Foundation, bitch.
make a
Your
wish.
wish is coming early.
You just have the word genie written across your bulletproof vest.
Why would you need a bulletproof
Because
vest
they might
against
also be fans of CT.
and use code CT for a free Glock.
I see you got yourself a free Glock. Now you're about to suck on my free cock.
This is so bad.
Okay,
Jesus.
What did you think
The
of
thing
the
is-
album?
The problem is I couldn't hold like in my laughter when I said that. Like if I'd composed myself, that would have been way funnier.
Fucking hell.
I just couldn't. Sorry, go on, Will.
Oh fuck.
God, I can't remember what I was saying. Basically, I just think it's super disappointing. I expected a lot more. It's all right. I don't think there's any terrible songs on it. But again, it's just so naff. And I'm more disappointed because you just expect it to be so good, right?
But is it only naff because like the other albums were so good? Like if you forget like all the other albums existed, I reckon we'd like this a lot more.
I still think it'd just be a bit
What?
boring.
If this
I'd
was the
actually say the
first
opposite.
music to ever come out, this would be the best.
No, Shawn Mendes albums.
Obviously, you'd get. There's an expectation with him because his other albums are already good, and that kind of just probably take a play. But at the same time, I still think like in general, it's a bit of a naff album. Like nothing stands out loads other than maybe a couple songs. I don't know. Like I said to them, I think there's 5 good songs and that's it. Like
No, what are you saying? I think they're all good. I just don't think any of them are great. Like,
5 stand out slightly better than the rest. Whereas, like nothing's bad, but and it's all good. But there's 5 that are better than good. All right, there we go. I got there somehow. But the worst for me was "Song for No One." I hate the tone of his voice in that song. I think it's horrible. It's just so like.
What did you say? What song?
"Song for No One."
Oh yeah, I also think it's a pretty pointless song. Like
It's just annoying.
It's just like
I think you're not hearing the depth, you know. Like,
Yeah, but there is-
so many songs are for people, but this song,
this song's about
It's
no
for no
one.
one.
It's literally I didn't get it. Like I didn't.
No,
get
I
what
think-
was trying to-
you don't get it.
well, of course you don't. It's not for you.
Ah, you're
I think
right.
that's like.
There's
the
just some
point of-
Asian. There's just some Asian guy
like-
called Noah Wan.
Because it's not even like
He's just like, it's for me. I know it.
no way,
I am no one.
Noah Wan.
no way.
No.
I think I think the thing is like it's not just the title of the song. Literally, the whole hook of the song is "This is a song about no one." Like it's like
just-
the whole thing. It's just a bit.
I think it's just because he's a bad man and don't give a fuck.
Even
See, having
Mendes.
seen the documentary, I think it gives more depth. to
Oh,
some of the songs.
shut up,
No,
Denver.
Will, you're not allowed to say that because you're just like, after seeing them live, I feel I have a different appreciation for it. This is literally you. Everything
but
that
that's
you
different.
hate. No, it isn't. Everything that you hate is
No.
culminating in Denver
No.
right now.
No.
You listen to yourself. You listen, young man. This is what
Yeah,
you
fair
sound
enough.
like.
But at least those songs are kind of decent, whereas this is just nothing. It's just nothing. It really is a song for no one. And even Mendes knew it for himself. Right, which is annoying because the backing's really nice. And then he's just so drony over
Do
it.
you not think that song sounds kind of Christmassy?
No, not really.
That'll do. Christmas #1, boys.
not
Fuck off,
particularly,
Mariah
no.
Carey.
It has like like the bells in like the second half, like the bells come in. I'm like, makes me feel Christmassy.
How Christmassy do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 right now? 10 being you're gay.
7.
Oh.
Do you know that you're usually blinded by your penis, Denver? Do you think you're blinded by your Mendes penis? Because I think you are. Well, I haven't heard your review yet.
Well, I think you went into that joke half-cocked.
Nice. But
Why you suddenly started laughing?
I think you didn't realise the joke and then it hit
right.
you.
Well, no, it's all good. Don't worry.
no, I understood it from the start.
No,
but no one
Will,
else
Will
laughed.
got it. No, it's. I'm just
got
saying
it.
that,
It was
I
like.
acknowledged
He
it.
got it. It was like, that
No,
wasn't funny.
no, I'm just saying that Will went into the argument not knowing what the outcome was going to be. He said, you're always blinded by your penis, blinded by your.
Sean
By
penis.
your
Mendes.
by
As
your
if I have a
Mendes
second penis just for Mendes.
You do. I do.
You're always blinded by.
Well, you're
the
telling me you
Mendes.
don't have your middle dick in between your dick and your balls? Or is
My
that just
Mendes
a
dick is up
tumour?
my ass.
Jesus.
In your gooch. Oh,
Did you know that Henry VIII had like a 7th toe or some shit, or like a 6th toe? I can count, don't worry.
Yeah, actually, or did
No,
he
it was
just
like a
claim he
horrible
did?
lump of skin on the side of his foot. And he was
Oh,
like,
God.
Look at my 6th toe! Anne Boleyn, come suck it! You won't suck it? Bad.
And find me a wife who will suck my 6th toe.
Oh, God!
that is horrific.
While she's down there, she
One
can
for
have
every
my
wife.
3rd leg. Sometimes my
That's
dick's
good.
so
Maybe that
long,
was a symbol.
I've got to tuck it into my sock.
So, third for me was 305.
305, 619.
Mr. 305! Little Chico!
Yeah, it was just like a very nice, happy song. Chill back in. Nothing too complicated, which is the entire album, to be honest. I wish there was a bit more complicated on some of it, but
Oh, wait, what are you saying? I'd say it's more complicated than the other ones. I think the other ones just work with it better.
no, like the others have like defining like bass lines and better drum beat. Like these are all just so simple.
But this is what I'm saying. The defining bass lines and stuff in this album are then overshadowed by the massive instruments he's thrown in after it.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, that makes sense.
More like Mendes' penis.
More like Mendes' penis. 3 or 5. It was cool. It could have been between that and 2 others for a third, but I went with that one because it made me the happiest. Because I feel like they were all on the same level. Second for me was Teach Me How to Love. Again, for the exact same reasons Aidan said. It's super cringe though, which almost like made me completely downright. But the song in general sounds great, so you can kind of get past the cringy lyrics, but it's still really good. And again, a great backing. But number 1 by far is Wonder. It's fucking nothing ever meets that, and I think that's another like huge disappointment, right? Because when you get singles, obviously they usually are the best pick of a bunch, but like you always want something else to kind of grab you as much as it does. But nothing did, and so when nothing ever meets that, you're just always disappointed by the album.
Did anyone else think that Wonder, the song, felt like quite an intro anyway? So the intro before Wonder was just a bit...
Oh no, I loved the intro. I thought the intro was great.
I quite like the intro.
I like the intro, but it does not like feed into Wonder. It's like quite a jolt to then go start Wonder, I felt. I felt like if it was like a pre-intro to the song Wonder, I'd have been happy with it. But I feel like it was kind of like, oh, here's a cool intro, then abruptly stop, here's another intro, and it's into Wonder.
I don't feel like you've never been this passionate against like the other kind of just filler songs and stuff. Why do you hate this intro?
No, this is true, but because the intro is literally called intro, I would like it to feed into the first
song. You think
it's
pretentious, do you?
Your argument for not liking that, though, is exactly what Always Been You is throughout the whole song.
Oh, he's talking about the song Always Been You, right. I thought you just had a stroke.
Sorry. No, right. Your reasoning for not liking intro of it being like a hard just stop into like Wonder and being like this completely kind of different thing is exactly what Always Been You is throughout the entire song.
No, because...
Yes, it is.
The intro doesn't stop, abruptly start Wonder, and then go back to the intro again.
No, but it's exactly the same concept. It just goes into this huge, like...
Yeah, but then it doesn't completely change up how it sounds.
Well, that's what Always Been You does.
No, it isn't.
Well, I don't feel like I can defend you here.
It does. It's like a fucking huge like thing, and then it's just like him just...
Yeah, and then it kicks back in again. Like the intro just literally... It's like a nice intro that then just kind of stops and then starts... What to me, Wonder sounds like it just as... Wonder as the first song would have been like a great intro song, because it kind of... The song has that intro-y feel at the start of the song. So to have an intro and then it feels like abruptly stop that intro, second intro, to me, intro feels like they tried to worm it into Wonder. It didn't really work, but they thought, it's too good to leave out, so we'll just have it before Wonder.
I agree with Denver.
I disagree. And I think the intro's got some of the best like vocals on the entire album.
I don't think intro's bad. I like intro, but I don't like... I feel like they couldn't get it to work into Wonder, and they didn't want to get rid of it, so they just sort of stuck it at the beginning.
I mean, at that same time, does it need to work into Wonder? Or can it sit there as its own separate thing?
I feel like it could, but then I would have changed the order of them, because I feel like Wonder starts in this intro-y feel, right? Whereas if they just put Wonder just in with any other song at like song 6 or 7 or something, I think it would have been fine. But it's the fact that both sound like intros. Like if they'd gone from intro straight into higher, that abrupt stop and change wouldn't have been so like bad to me. It's only because they feel like the intro and the start of Wonder seems so similar, but then it has this abrupt stop in between.
Right.
I mean, I respect your opinion. It seems almost kind of nitpicky. Like that's a very
it is, but it's nitpicky because it's a song just called intro to me. Right. Like I feel like they've called a song intro, and it doesn't intro the album very well to me.
Sure.
What about
it's like having a song called End, and it, like, I don't know, like, fuck, I can't even think of it.
And then it's hard, thrashy metal.
like a completely. I'm not saying it's like having a song called "End" that doesn't ever end. Like,
Whoa!
But
No, we should do
1975's
that.
album,
Right? It's a forever. We do a live stream. We do a live stream, and it's just us forever playing a song until we die.
until we die. That's
Like,
what
you've
my
always-
genie wishes.
You've always got one person on an instrument at least.
Just
And then we
rotate.
take it. We take it in return rotations, and we eat food. We sleep there in this room. It sounds like hell. Eventually, we just shit in a bucket in the corner, but eventually you can't
Just
see
piss
the
ourselves.
bucket anymore.
You can't see the bucket. We've gone blind.
Eventually, because we gone blind.
We've gone blind.
All the fecal matter in the room has destroyed my retinas. Seeing is difficult. I just feel the music.
God damn. I'll mention my honourable mentions because it's the other two that I think that were standouts.
Go ahead.
Go on then.
Higher
Go ahead.
is one.
It's a bit
Um,
forgetful.
Could take it higher.
I really like the bass line in it. That, like, the initial, it's like not quite an intro, like probably 30 seconds in. Maybe not, actually only like 15.
It's got a weird groove compared to like other like Shawn Mendes stuff. I think.
It reminds me of his older stuff more than probably anything else on the album. Like
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like the first and second album.
Yeah.
It reminded
Even
me.
though we've not reviewed the first album.
It reminded me of
No.
Jason Derulo, that song.
Yeah, I could see Jason. Because it's
Really?
also got that like sort of
Yeah.
almost like quick speed rappy verse bit. Where he's talking about falling in love, then I'm falling in love, and I'm kissing your mom.
I kind of get that. But yeah, Higher stood out and Monster with Justin Bieber. I thought that was, when I first listened to it, I feel like that's a grower, right?
Yeah, because
When
it
I
was
first
shit.
listened to it, I was a bit disappointed, but over time I've more and more liked it.
Can we
and I think that I want them to do more
how
together.
disappointing Justin Bieber is as an artist?
I think he sounds better than Mendes on that entire song. So.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like I would agree with that.
No, but what
mean-
I'm saying is he's kind of a one-trick pony, Justin Bieber. He tends to do the same style for everything. It's pretty
No, he
rare that
doesn't.
he ever pushes himself out of anything.
He's done a
It's
whole
just like-
acoustic album. He does
But he always sounds the same in it. He never pushes out of his
So
own
does
range.
Mendes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Mendes has this range and like this.
So does
he
Bieber.
switches up the
So
stuff,
does
but he
Justin
doesn't.
Bieber.
But he really
In fact, I'd say
doesn't.
Bieber has more of a range.
Why are we
I'd
using their
argue
last
that-
names? This isn't a fucking history.
I'd
exam.
argue that Bieber, 1998 to 2020, is personally like he's just not as good, and his style's so similar every time that when he comes on, it's instantly identifiable as a Justin Bieber song. But that's never necessarily a good thing. And often when I hear it,
I don't feel like he ever belts it, does he?
exactly. I always hear it and I'm just like, oh, fucking again. And he's saying, yeah, he hit some notes and all that shit. Well, good for you. Fucking, I can hit a children.
I feel like what
With my
makes Bieber's
car.
best songs, though, isn't his vocal talent. It's
No,
like the
definitely
production
not.
in it.
Because his vocal talent always just stays the same, at the same limit. I don't feel like he ever pushes himself.
What?
I don't know
Right,
how much Bieber like writes of his, not necessarily writes of his songs, but even like producing and mixing. Like I don't know if he's like the mastermind behind all that, or whether like
definitely
it's,
not.
here's a song we've written for you, Bieber, sing it, kind of.
Not
deal.
many.
He does a mixture of both because
and Bieber's just like, all right. And it's just like, Bieber, you're looking at a wall, get off the crack.
I watched this documentary for his latest album, Changes, which wasn't the best album in the world. It wasn't that good. But
What do you mean? That's peak Justin Bieber, Will. You don't get
it
much
wasn't.
better than that.
His best one was the one that we reviewed last, which was great. But yeah, he does actually do massive amounts of the production, which is quite cool. But then he also has like some tracks that just some of his team have written for him entirely. So he's got a bit of both, you know.
I'm throwing this out there, Will. You know that there's
It's
Bieber
also-
on our Big Boys album playlist?
Yes.
I
Yes.
genuinely want to remove them because I insta-skip them every time they come up.
Oh, that's wrong. I should just get rid of something that you like, Ben.
Go on.
Like,
Go on. Like who? Mendes penis.
Mendes penis. But to thingy the album, I just think it's a big disappointment. Personally, not terrible. I do love Mendes. I just expected more. Much sad.
Is it my turn?
It
It's your
is.
turn.
Certainly is. Thank you, William.
I've not got much to say about this album other than what's already been said. Great. What's my second favourite? You may ask.
No,
we were just going to skip you
review.
entirely.
No.
Yeah.
So I've got one thing in here that might be a bit controversial. I'm not.
I remember when you said this the other week. You're like, this might be controversial. I think it was with Piers the Veil.
No, I was just laughing at you saying controversial.
Controversial.
I actually found out the other day. I can't say. I'm gonna say it now. I can't say Worcestershire sauce. I can't say it.
What?
I can't say Worcestershire sauce. I can't say it. You know what I'm trying to say?
You don't have to say sauce, but at the end you're just going shush
yeah,
for no reason.
Yeah, because like the like roll off the tongue, I can't get back
sauce.
into sauce at the end. Worcestershire sauce. I see. It just makes me.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcester...
Fuck, I can't say it now.
Can anybody here say
Worcestershire sauce? I can't do it. Like
Worcestershire sauce.
Go and say that again.
Worcestershire sauce.
Fuck, Will.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
It does fuck you up.
It does.
What do you mean? Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. Fuck, Joe. I can't not say it how you say it now.
I'm sorry, I've ruined your life.
Worcester sauce.
Yeah, but imagine
no one says
saying
Worcester.
that. I would like some
Worcester
sauce, like in public.
Worcester sauce.
Can I have some
Why would you ever ask for Worcester sauce? What are you eating? Hello, can I have a steak with Worcester sauce, please? And they're just like, no, get the fuck out of my restaurant.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
I just want Joe to order it.
I discovered I couldn't say that the other week. It really annoys me.
Come on. What do you think to the album?
So, yeah, it was a bit disappointing. Obviously, I read all the Metacritic. Can't say anything.
Metacritic.
You read me very good.
I'm reading the Metacritic.
Sometimes I eat my sandwich with Worcestershire and I read Metacritic. Something is wrong.
Joe, just talk! Sorry, I'm in a stroke.
I read the Metacritic.
Fuck me.
Oh my god.
Metacritic. Right.
There we go.
I read the Metacritic reviews beforehand.
This is awful.
And I tried not to let it change my judgment. And I didn't. I was very open-minded. And for me, this was kind of like a bang-av. You know, there was none of that Mendes sauce spice. You know, there's
just the sauce.
There's none of that Mendes Worcestershire sauce in it.
Let's add a little spice.
There was no like.
There
was no Mendes spice. You know, that's kind of. I remember, you know, listening to that first album, just like sitting up and like grooving, you know, and just loving it. And then this was.
Just a reference. The first time we listened to was Lost in Japan.
Lost in Japan.
No, it was just called Shawn Mendes' last mention.
Yeah, it was, but Lost in Japan was on that album.
Yeah.
And I loved it, and this was just nothing compared to that. And, you know, like Aidan said, the only song that kind of holds that Shawn Mendes spice was Wonder. So, you know, weirdly, that's my first.
No, I think Wonder was quite different to his other stuff.
Yeah, but it still held that that spark that the old stuff had. You know, it was still like kind of nostalgic. You know, you could feel it fed off of that album onto this kind of new thing. Whereas I felt like none of the rest of the stuff really did. It was very uninspired. My least favourite, of course, was Always Been You. You know, is that weird bit, and that was it. Some honourable mentions before I go into my top three. I really liked PCU. I thought that was a really, really good song.
Yeah, it was one of the best, where he actually vocally sounds one of the best in that song.
I would agree on that.
Other than maybe Wonder.
Which one was that, sorry?
PCU.
Can't even remember that song.
The second half of the album really wasn't a whole lot for me.
I feel like the strongest part of this album was definitely like the first, 5 songs.
I disagree. I think the second half was way stronger.
I feel like it should have ended with 305 and then
For me,
Fuck off! Literally, it gets so much better after 305.
They're all terrible after that.
for me, that's
Nah,
second
they're all
half
better
of the
after
album
that.
is
They're kind of
very
nothing songs. They're kind of nothing songs after that.
forgettable.
I really like all
So
those songs.
here's my little controversy. My third favourite was actually Dream.
Fuck me. I literally disagree with all of your picks
Yeah.
for everything.
And the reason is like when I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is definitely the worst, right? And that was obviously before I'd heard Always Been You. And I was like, and then as I like listened to the album like again and again, I was like, I honestly can't tell whether this is really good or whether it's really bad. And I came up with the decision that it stood out. Like I liked it, and you know, I feel like it's one of the ones that stick out.
Hello,
on this
hello,
album.
hello.
And then it just.
I like marshmallows.
Dream. Hold on, help me out with the harmonies, guys. Dream.
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 Without
you. There we go.
God, I just looked on Audacity and it's just a solid blue block.
Yeah, same.
Oh god. So yeah, it just stood out. Like I was, you know, there you go. I just thought it was one of the more like unique ones on the album. Anyway, my second favorite was
My notes for Dream was literally the words nothing.
nothing. My second favorite was 24 Hours. I feel like it had.
Fuck me.
I feel like it had one of the best melodies in the chorus, and it like I liked the minimalistic stuff of it. It allowed his voice to shine through a little bit more, which I really liked. And then of course my first favorite was Wonder, and that is literally my review. Like just a bit disappointed. Not gonna. This album is just this year has just been full of disappointments, full of cyberpunk delays. Shit Last of Us games. I'm just like I'm not looking
Games? What was the other game?
I'm not looking forward to anything.
Well, you've not played the Last of Us mobile game. Abby Jumps, it's called. You spend the entire game jumping while they're just monologues, terrible dialogue in the background. I love you, Owen, but I don't love you, Owen. Okay?
Kids deserve to die.
I want to go off a
right.
point with this album as well.
Go on.
I feel like Wonder is the only song where he tests his voice. Like, I don't think every other song, there's nothing like...
He feels very comfort in his comfort.
Yeah,
zone,
it's
doesn't he?
like,
Yeah.
there's no test there other than
Yeah.
Wonder. Wonder feels like the only
Fuck,
song...
you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Always Been You. Listen back to that.
Oh, the bit where he goes...
What, the bit where he talks the lyrics?
Yeah, he literally talks. Oh, it's so bad. Do you know what? I'm changing it. That's my worst song. No, it's not. That, it was between Always Been You and Song for No One for Me. Like, they're just... Oh, God. There's too many
Piece
nothing
of You
songs
as
on
well.
this. Piece of You. I don't even remember it. It was just nothing. Like, oh my God. I feel like Wonder's literally the only one where his vocals...
I feel like you're just not fucking
really good.
listening.
No, Denver, you're blinded by Shawn Mendes' penis.
I'm really not.
In fact, Shawn Mendes' penis is so far up your ass right now that it's tickling the back of your balls. There we go.
I don't disagree with what you guys have been saying about the album, but I completely disagree with all of your picks other than Wonder. I feel like all the songs you guys said of the best songs are literally the worst songs. I would say that there's a bank of worst songs on this album, and it's between...
Yours.
It's between 3 and 8 are just the worst songs.
I would argue that's got literally 2 of the best.
I would say they are the worst songs. Anyway,
I mean, if I may, I did quite like Look Up at the Stars. That was also nice. That was nearly my third favourite.
that's a beautiful song.
I know. But then it also has that weird moment in it which is, like, not great.
Okay, I thought it was nothing, to be honest.
Shut the fuck up.
I
Will
really,
Dave.
I really did think it could have ended with 10. Like 3 or 5 would have been a nice chill end.
If this ended with 10, this would have been a shit album.
No, it was shit because it got fucking 4 nothing songs at the end.
What's
The
happened?
end of this album is what revives this
Do
album.
you know what they should have done? They should have just done, he should have just released an EP with 5 songs and all the rest canon because they're just boring. Nothing happened.
This ended with 10. This album would have been just so. What the fuck was that, Mendes? It's saved by the end of the album.
It really
this album.
isn't. It
It really
isn't.
is.
There's so just nothing.
They're so lovely and nice.
Oh my god, Denver.
They're lovely and nice.
Oh my god.
They are. Right, all
love
the
that.
end songs are just like nice, happy feeling, just great. He sounds great in all of them. They're just lovely, nice tracks. It's kind of how I describe a lot about this album, really. It's just lovely and nice. But it does lack any killer songs. Like, number of songs I'll be adding to, like, my own, like, custom playlists from this album, 0.
Ooh.
But listening to this album as, like, an album, it's nice to listen to. I feel like there's not enough power in a lot of the songs. There's like 0 hooks or no super memorable hooks that I'm like, that great moment there. Not that are that great anyway. There are good moments, don't get me wrong, but no great moments.
What, like?
But then
It's always been you. It's always been
Wonder's the only one that's got power in it.
Incorrect.
And you've just said there's no...
Incorrect.
Right, and then, oh my god!
Oh, Will, remember the time that he talked?
God. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. The time that he talked and the instruments go fucking high for no reason.
It's great.
Yeah, carry on.
What do you mean for no reason? It's because he decided to do it. That's the reason.
Yeah, for no good reason, that's why.
For
Like
great
his fucking
contrast.
song for no one. Why make a song? It's for no one!
Song for No One is very good. Also Christmassy. Yeah, Christmassy, sorry.
Are you just
Well,
like...
release a fucking Christmas album then, Mendes.
Why are you relating this all to Christmas? Is it just because it is Christmas?
It's really all to Christmas. I'm just saying that, right, if you listen to Song for You, the second part sounds a bit Christmassy. Because it's got, like, bells. And bells sound Christmassy.
Carry on.
Oh, it does actually.
Ha! You son of a bitch.
It's still shit though.
You weren't listening.
All right. To be fair, it does. Like, fair enough.
Here's my biggest thing. I feel like something has shifted in the music writing. I feel like so many of these songs, if you listen back to, they just rely on repetition. Like, he just says the main chorus line and repeats it. But there are so many songs that follow that formula. And it's literally from song number 4 to 7, all of those, just the chorus hook is just him repeating the word. Like 24 hours, he just repeats the same line. Teach me how to love, he just repeats that word. Call my friends, he just repeats that. Dream, he just repeats that.
Did you break him after we did the Two Door Cinema Club album?
I don't know. So
Wasn't
much
this
wrong
his
with it.
like main gripe with that? Denver?
Yeah.
Have you been okay since
then he's
we did
picked-
the Two Door Cinema Club album?
It's broken me.
You're just
Then
like
he thinks-
suddenly you're realizing that all songs have repetitive choruses. You're like, no.
No, it's
Hang
not
on a
even a
minute.
repetitive chorus. It is just a repetitive line or word. So I feel like it's been
That's what a
poorly
chorus
done.
is.
That's what choruses are.
No, they're
They're
not.
not going to be different. Of course they
They
are.
use like a group, like a verse or like a phrase, like a whole several lines thing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of choruses that are fucking awesome. That just a one word a lot of the time.
Okay, but change it up. Not just
hang
said
on,
the
clarity.
same
Your
thing.
favourite song ever is just the same fucking line over and over again.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I was going to
just
say
not.
then, but you like Zed, which is literally just the same shit.
Okay, in the time it's taken you to say that to Will, I could have said like so many of the chorus for any of these songs.
It's always been you. It's
I'm
always
not.
been
I'm
you.
not complaining. Exactly.
The one you like. Oh no.
Hey, wait, shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter that it's like that's the one that I like. I'm criticizing this about so much of the album. So many songs just have that repetitiveness to
So,
them.
would you say that Hallelujah is a bad song?
It's-
By who?
You know that Hallelujah.
by Shrek.
Hallelujah.
I don't like that song either.
Why?
You don't like that song?
Right, I'm not saying that's like the criticism of why I hate it, but I feel like it's. I don't mind songs following that formula, but when half your album follows that formula, it feels a bit repetitive, even more so.
I feel like this album doesn't follow that formula.
No, I don't.
I feel
think
like
it
you're not
does either.
fucking listening then. Like, Jesus Christ.
Why are you so angry?
I feel like if you go back on all of Mendes' albums, they probably all do the same thing.
Maybe with this newfound knowledge, that is actually the case.
It's just what most songs are written like.
When I'm thinking
I don't
of my favourite Mendes songs, none of them just have a super repetitive chorus.
What are your favourite Mendes songs? Like Lost in Japan. It's quite a good one.
Oh, it's definitely my favourite.
I Can't Have You.
I think I quite like Falling All in You. That's a great song.
There's Nothing
tell you
Holding
what-
Me Back. Ruin, Mercy,
tell
Treat
you
You
what,
Better. Bad
When You're Ready.
Reputation.
I tell you what, I decided I don't like. What's that song?
Like,
Women.
of course, choruses are like the choruses are repeated, but to just have the chorus like a word or phrase that's just repeated, it just gets a bit same. Especially when you've literally got 4 of them that use that formula back to back. Like it really stands out to me.
What's your least favourite?
I see what you're trying to say, but at the same time, like
I just don't think it.
I feel like it could have been. I feel like it could have been any album. You know what I mean? And that like because we've just had, was it Pierce Avail was the last one we did?
Yeah.
Was it not them who
No,
did
it
that?
was Kid Laroi.
I mean they just had kind of weird choruses, didn't they?
There was just a lot of variety in that album.
Same with Pierce Avail though. So I feel like from Two Door Cinema Club, we've had quite unique chorus based albums. And I think from there, maybe this hatred has really stemmed from that. I'm basically just running a therapy session because Denver seems a bit pent up right now.
Yeah, he does.
I'm pent up because I'm saying
Because you
how I
miss
feel
your
about this
dad.
album, and you're saying this isn't the case, and I really feel like this is the case.
Well, yeah, that's called an opinion.
Yeah, songs a bit repetitive.
How did you feel when your first dog died?
Oh God.
Happy because it meant we got a new one.
There you go. Denver kills dogs confirmed.
Microwave time.
So yeah, because I feel like this stood out. Like I feel like the choruses weren't then as well crafted as previous albums, which made me think: has he just had more influence in it? Like, why wasn't he called out for this? Don't know. Just my opinion. Least favorite: Call My Friends. Don't like the hook at all because it's just repetitive, and the underlying bass line that he has underneath that song is just fucking weird. And
you don't like what it stands for because you don't do the drugs.
No. And it makes me so disappointed in Mendes. I don't know, is like weed legal in Canada? I guess it is, right?
Probably.
Let me Google it. It must be, because why would he say it on a song? Is weed... Then again, Matty Healy talks about cocaine in songs, but he does it like hidden. Is weed legal in Canada? I like how the other one is in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah, man.
Cannabis is legal in Canada for both recreational and medical purposes. It was legalized in 2018.
Let's go to Canada, boys.
Very progressive.
Is it one of those though where like you have to be a citizen though?
I don't know.
You know, because some of
Are
them
they
like
really going to ask?
Well, you don't have to be in
Also-
Amsterdam, so I can't imagine you'd have to be in Canada.
you know
Yeah,
what
but I think
found out?
anything goes in Amsterdam.
No. Amsterdam. Weed is not legal in Amsterdam. It's a common
What?
like it is illegal to sell weed.
There's literal shops selling weed.
Yes.
So how can it be illegal?
They can carry zero stock. They have to sell everything that day.
That's mad.
It's like a weird loophole thing.
Does that work for prostitutes as well?
Yeah,
No,
they
you
just
just
can't be
kill 'em.
caught in the act of sex.
After one day.
Just kill him! Oh my
Recycle.
God.
Could you imagine that
Recycle.
you're
You can't
a
recycle
pimp? You're a pimp, but you're some sort of psychopath, and you're just like, unclean. It's just been one
Psych-
day, you're just like, you are not clean anymore.
You can do it, but you can't get them pregnant because then there's proof.
Exactly. Yeah,
So you can't-
I saw a thing about it. Like, it's like illegal to possess that's more than a certain amount of cannabis. So like these shops can't actually store it there. They basically have to hide it.
Oh.
In their cheeks like chipmunks. You walk in, you're
So,
like, hello, sir,
I
and they're
imagine-
just like,
I imagine the police like just don't inspect it then. Like they just don't care, let them get on with it.
So yeah, Call My Friends, least favourite. Third favourite, Always Been You.
oh,
I
thank you.
love the build up and the contrasting in that they have the really dramatic music and then
build-up.
him like
There is a
Not really.
subtly just like always been you. It's always been you. And then,
Oh yeah,
and then it comes back.
that's
in.
really subtle. I like that. It's about as subtle as a train going through my front door. Like fuck me.
Second favorite, Wonder, because it feels big and epic, sounds great, with an awesome like drop in it, which is cool. And then my favorite was Song for No One.
What?
Wow.
You are joking, aren't you?
No way.
I love like the meaning of the song. I think it sounds really nice.
You like the meaning of the song. The meaning is literally nothing. It's literally like all this dramatic shit at the end, and he's just singing about nothing.
Here's the thing, Joe. It's a symbol, that song.
Right, what's the symbol?
Because a lot of people ask Mendes about like how he writes on and what do you write about and things. I think it's a great thing of it shows like the song doesn't have to be about anything. So he literally calls a song like this is a song for no one, and I can still make a good song out of it. And I really like listening to it. I think there's a lot of nice listening to songs on here, but not probably songs that I would like bang out in the car or anything like that. Like I would also say, like I think "Can't Imagine" is a really great end to the album. I think "Look at the Stars" is great. I think "Piece of You" is great. "Monster's" okay. "High" is good as well. And then that's about it. And then I was disappointed with the intro into Wonder thing. I think they should have just scrapped intro and just had Wonder.
I'll tell you what.
I cannot believe you put Song for No One as your favourite.
What it's made me realise that song specifically is like
song?
I never Song for No One. Like it kind of made me realise that I don't know if any of you guys will have the same kind of thing, but like I never really used to think about the meanings of songs. So I used to just listen to it if it was nice. But I feel like the fact that he's gone out his way to say the song is about nothing has made me realise like that what the song's about is actually quite important.
Not
It
necessarily.
wasn't that showed me that.
For me, because like I couldn't get into that song. I feel like if that song was changed around and it was about something really deep and meaningful, I would love it.
I think the message is more just like, as Denver said, like he watched the thing and he's talking about how it doesn't have to conform to anything. But I'd probably say that the reason he brought it up is because people are just like, so who's this song about? What woman is this about? And he's just like, it's not about a woman or anyone in particular. It's about no one. And I could see why that would be a... Well, no, actually, no, that's a lie. I can't see why that would be a draw-in factor. Quite frankly, it's an okay song.
I also love the switch up in the song. Like the second half, it sounds that's when like more instruments and bells come in, and
But that's part of my gripe with the album is more instruments. Like, why are they bringing in so many fucking instruments right now?
Right. It'd be good if they were good instruments, but a lot of them are just whiny.
Quick, bring in the vuvuzela.
yeah, I think it works. I think it works for some songs, but then, like I say, "Call My Friend" had this weird underlying bass to it, which really made me dislike it.
Song for No One had this really weird bells in the background that just couldn't. I can't believe you put Song for No One as your fucking favourite. Oh, it's so just boring. Oh my god, I just can't believe
like
that.
you.
What has happened
Boring.
to your music taste, Denver? You used to just like only like catchy, upbeat things and like.
In fairness, Will, he's lived with you for like 3 months now.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like you've probably
this was just so like right.
What?
I just can't. I can't understand that. Like that was by far the worst for me. That it was either going to be that or Always Been You. But those two were by far.
Like my two, other than Wonder,
It's so
which we all
mad.
agree on. I disagree with all of your other top picks, by like all of you. Hang on, look, Teach Me How to Love. Yep, that was 24 Hours. Didn't like that one. What was 24 Hours Dream? Yet didn't like those two. Teach Me How to Love and 305. 305 was okay. But yeah, so I literally disagree with all of your other top threes, all of you, and your least favourites with my other two top favourites.
Oh God!
I think the
Song for
problem
No
here
One.
is-
I can't get over that.
I feel like the problem here, Denver, is it's 3-1.
I'm obviously
You're
one
out of the
yeah.
majority, aren't you?
Obviously.
You're part of the problem.
Song for No One. I just can't. I can't understand it. It's just
understand you,
so
Will.
just nothing.
Yeah,
It's
well,
such a,
yeah, well, we get it. Put a sock in it before I stick me cock in it.
You even know how he. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop because I'm getting angry. It's just so,
Yeah, and I'm gonna put my penis in your mouth.
Ratings.
Shawn Mendes.
Say that again. Sorry.
Ratings.
No, what Will said.
Ratings.
I rated it a 6.5.
5.5.
5.
Come on. There we go.
6.5.
Wow.
God, that's fucking. How
It kinda got
disappointing is
shit
that?
on. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
23.5. It was one of those, like, it's a solid album, but then it had no, like, real big
Yeah. It's
hooks to it.
It's not even a bang av, guys. It's not.
Gee,
it's
know you
26.5
deserved it.
is not a bang av, really. But
But
26.5
it's
is like
our
a good.
bang av. It's our bang av.
I think our average is actually lower than that.
I think your average IQ is lower than that.
Like, usually if an album gets like 26, it's usually that's pretty good.
This girl came up to me and said my laugh was ugly, so I said, yeah, you know what? Well, your face is ugly.
Does that mean the Kid Laroi got higher than Shawn Mendes?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Too right. Fucking.
I did get a
Mendes,
heavy
so
carry
sad.
though.
What's
Who was the
next
heavy
That's
one?
not a heavy carry. An 8.5 isn't a carry. Like a 9 or a 9.5 is a carry. I don't say an 8.5 because I rated it 7.5. And Joe rated it 6 something.
What's the next album, Denver?
Next album. Hang on, I need to find it.
I should call my friends and go, yeah.
Next album. Something a bit older.
No.
We don't have enough older stuff, I think.
I agree.
So I've gone for Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
Oh! Nice.
This is
that's
literally probably my
solid
favorite, my
pick.
dad's favorite album of all time.
That is
can't
actually-
believe
Holy
it.
shit, they've got an
so
album
good.
called The Spaghetti Incident?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst one. Don't listen.
Wait, are we doing the
I know this album.
Are we doing the Super Deluxe Edition?
No.
That's only 3 hours 31
This is
minutes long,
mad.
boy.
3 hours 31.
Why did anyone buy that?
Is there enough
have,
time
like,
in the days to listen to that?
This is madness, right? This is like
No,
probably
it isn't. It's Guns N' Roses.
This is the
Not
first
Madness.
album
Idiot.
I ever listened to.
Really?
Ever.
Do you want a medal?
Genuine. Because my
Do you
dad, this is like my dad's favourite album probably of all time.
Back when
Do
you
you
were
reckon
what?
they're allowed to say Mr. Brownstone now?
Yeah, because
I think
it's in
about that, so,
carbonite.
yeah.
That's alright then.
This album, oh my god, this is such a fucking nostalgia. This is mad.
I'm ready to be annoyed at this for no apparent reason. I just get a feeling that I'm going to have a bad time.
Welcome to the jungle. Oh
See?
god, what a
This is proper dad
Sweet
rock.
Child of Mine,
So dad
Paradise
rock.
City, Night Train. Oh, just what a fucking. Oh god, I forgot this album. You picked the right one.
Any closing
I
thoughts,
can already
Joe?
tell you my top 3.
Did you guys know? I can't say what the
We did, actually.
was the,
Was that your closing statement?
yeah.
Oh come on.
You need to be shot.
Was this
You can't
just
use your closing statement as something you said
Alright.
earlier on.
Do you want me to pop one of these
Fine.
bags as Joe's closing statement? I got one of those
No,
bags.
I had something prepared. Do you wanna just do that again? I did have something prepared, but I thought that'd be funnier.
No.
Any closing thoughts, Joe?
Did you know that Mike Tyson once tried to pay the zoo £10,000 to fight a gorilla?